Now I know this is a weird video to be doing at a time like this, but I'm planning on getting into cryptocurrency. Now this might be a surprise for those of you guys who have watched my past videos I shot on crypto, but I'm hoping to explain my decision here to you today, okay? Also, my hope with this video is that you can watch my journey, and if you're not already invested in crypto, maybe this will motivate you to learn more about cryptocurrencies in general. Now, worst case scenario, you get to watch me fail and lose my entire investment without having to risk any of yours. So I guess that can be a plus as well, huh? Anyways, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, for those of you guys who have been following me for quite a time, you have probably seen the 1 or 2 crypto videos that I've shot, pretty much saying that I wasn't really into crypto and I didn't see it as an investment currently, right? Now, I always try to say that, hey, you know, it's okay to have a little bit of crypto in your portfolio, but it's not something that I would deep dive into. And currently, I'm still in that same mindset, but I am looking at maybe actually getting a lot more involved into crypto. As of right now, I have 0 in crypto. I haven't been getting into crypto. I've been keeping a general track of what was going on with the actual industry as a whole, or with the sector as a whole, but I haven't myself actually dove into investing in that space. Now, I'm thinking that it's time for me to actually start doing a little investing in the space because of what I'm going to talk to you guys here about today. So why have my views actually changed? Now, there have been reports out there that the US government's going to start regulating crypto a little more. Now, more specifically, stable coins. Now, just to give you an idea of what's coming down the pipeline, there have been over 50 bills dealing with cryptocurrency in the 118th Congress. Now, that doesn't mean that these bills are passed. It's just to give you an idea that, you know, currently our senators and our representatives are now looking to see, you know, what should they do when it comes to regulating cryptocurrency. Now I'm going to explain why I'm interested in the stablecoin aspect of it, but first I want to talk about what stablecoins are for anyone who doesn't know. Now, stablecoins are a type of cryptocurrency whose value is actually pegged to another asset class. Usually it's going to be some sort of fiat currency, which is pretty much just like the US dollar or the euro, whatever the case may be, or it can be also attached to gold, right? And the whole idea of it is just to help stabilize the price of that specific cryptocurrency. The idea being that it is stable enough for everyday people to not have to worry about what the price is going to be in 2 weeks or 1 month down the line. This means that now you get the benefits of the utility of cryptocurrencies, you know, things like speeding up payments or transfers, for example, without having to deal with the daily volatility that you would see in a typical cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, one of the bills that I found interesting was actually a bill by Senator Tomy. Now, he had a bill called the Stablecoin Transparency of Reserves and Uniform Safe Transactions Act. Quite a mouthful, but you know how the Congress loves their acronyms. It actually stands for Stablecoin Trust Act of 2022. What I love about this is that, you know, the bill would allow a 3-path approach to actually regulating stablecoins. You know, 1, banks would be permitted to actually issue out stablecoins. It would also allow issuers to be registered under state-level money transmitter regimes. And 3, it would be creating a new federal license under the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, the OCC, tailored to stablecoin issuers. Now, a quote directly from Tomy himself was that while today stablecoins facilitate trading with cryptocurrencies, tomorrow stablecoins could be widely used in physical economy. They have the potential, among other things, to speed up payments and automate transactions. Now, this is something that, you know, you want to keep this in mind, right? That's kind of how I looked at it, is like, I want to keep this bill in mind because it's just one of the bills coming down the pipeline, but it was one that really piqued my interest. Now, my views on it is this. You know, it sounds to me like they're planning on making this sort of like the money market fund of the stock market. Now, for those of you guys who aren't familiar with money market funds, this is where your money is typically kept in an investment account instead of just as cash. So when you deposit cash into an investment account, like let's say at TD Ameritrade or at, you know, I'm sure all the other, any of your favorite, you know, brokerage accounts are doing it, but they'll typically push your money into a money market fund, right? This is how you're able to gain a little bit of interest, similar to what you see whenever you put your money in a bank account, right? The interest is typically negligible, but you know, it's a way for you to be able to, you know, at least gain something off of your cash. Now, to me, the part that was most interesting was the banks being able to issue out stablecoins. Now, I think if you give Americans a soft landing into the crypto space that has very limited risk, like stablecoins, this will make them more comfortable to invest larger amounts in other areas of the crypto space, right? Getting into Bitcoin if they're not in there already, right? Ethereum, things like that. I think that this kind of opens up the door to, you know, a lot more potential in the crypto space, because as of right now, as much as people say, oh, you know, crypto was a lot cheaper back in the day, you already missed the trend, not really. If you look at it, when you look at the size of crypto, the whole crypto market in general compared to the stock market, it still has a lot of room to grow. So where do I actually plan on starting? Now I plan on starting with, first I'm just gonna set up a basic account with Coinbase and FTX more than likely. Maybe some other players if I find any other, reputable or solid companies out there. Now the reason why I'm opening more than one account is because you guys saw what happened with the whole, Robinhood fiasco a couple years back. I think that should have been a wake-up call for everybody, and it's something that I always try to keep in mind, is that you want to try to diversify different accounts that you have, just in case something ever happens where you're either blocked out of your account or you're restricted from doing the trading that you want to do, right? That way you're kind of limiting your risk. So I'll more than likely be opening 2-3 different accounts. Now I'm excited to jump into the market. I'll probably be buying some of the more basic cryptocurrencies, and then kind of, as I learn more, diving deeper into expanding my portfolio and getting a lot more wider types of currencies that are out there as well. This is kind of getting me excited just thinking about, my brother always talked to me about cryptocurrencies. He actually owned Bitcoin like 10 years ago. And before you ask, no, he did not keep it after all these years. He was doing Bitcoin back when this was new frontier, right? No one knew where to really go out and buy Bitcoin. There wasn't really no reputable sources like there is today, right? People were getting scammed left and right. And it's crazy to hear him talk about how, the cryptocurrency market was back in the day and how far it's come today, right? And so it got me interested just seeing the changes from his point of view that happened in the last, 10 years. It gives me a lot of hope in terms of where it's going now, right? I think it's gonna break even more into the mainstream. Now, a caveat, I only really understand crypto from a high level, right? I haven't deep dove into, different currencies. I've heard, I have family members who are quite deep into crypto, and they always tell me about different types of currencies out there, what's going on with the blockchain, things like that. But I'll be actually looking to spend some time educating myself, pretty significant amount of time. I'll also be using a few different websites that I found doing a quick search. One is Learn Crypto. I'm going to link to these resources down below. Learn Crypto, as well as Coinbase Learn, which I've seen, to be able to just start understanding a little deeper how the space works in general, right? So any more advanced crypto investors that might be watching, please comment down below your favorite crypto education resources out there to help me be able to jump into it. Now I'm going to look deep dive into Bitcoin and Ethereum, just because they're one of the two of the biggest coins out there, as well as DeFi, which is decentralized finance. And I plan on eventually actually opening a decentralized wallet as well. I'll also be looking into altcoins and stable coins as well. So my goal, I'm planning on spending about 20 minutes to an hour a day learning about crypto. And I want to be able to invest confidently about $500 to $1,000 into the platform and see how that performs. Then I'll look into increasing my positions depending on how I'm actually able to perform from there. So if you don't want to miss the ride, be sure that you hit that subscribe button, as I'll more than likely be giving a lot of updates. And so that actually is a question for you guys. Should I give y'all updates regularly on how my crypto journey is going? I'm thinking about doing maybe an additional weekly video on how I'm learning and investing into different cryptos. Now, I thought about doing this with commodities. I thought I was actually planning on doing it with either futures or foreign exchange, so Forex. But I think crypto sounds the best right now, and it's something that's becoming a lot more mainstream compared to the other two. So let me know down in the comments what you think, whether I should shoot more videos on it or regularly, weekly, or you guys don't mind just hearing updates as, as the most interesting things come up. So let me know down in the comments. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.